And so GLP-1 is called glucagon-like peptide 1. It's a natural occurring hormone within our body. And that's something that I think some people are misled. Many times people believe it's an injection and that all GLP-1 is synthetic, and that is not the case at all. GLP-1 is simply a hormone within our body that plays a crucial role in regulating blood sugar and appetite and digestion, okay? And so don't be misled to think that they're all synthetics. Our body has the capability to actually make that within it, okay? Now, I study a variety of people's work, and Dr. Ben Bickman was one, and he said, like, what shuts down our gut hormones? Like, why are we even kind of in this situation at all? And he said, any preservatives, any artificial colors, artificial sweeteners, any chemicals, any GMO kinds of things. He said, our gut doesn't like that. And it tends to shut down those receptor sites within the gut. And so then that's where it can interfere. And that may be why we're in the situation that we are, just because there's so much of that within there. And he even said, remember the 3 Bs. If it comes in a box or a bag with a barcode, it probably is not doing anything good for your gut. So always remember that. And that pretty much takes us away from it. Okay. So remember that GLP-1 is simply a messenger, the messenger that's going from the stomach over to the liver, the stomach over to the pancreas. And there's a couple of functions, but basically what it's really doing is trying to keep our blood sugar levels balanced. And we know diabetes is on the rise, lots of those things, lots of insulin resistance and things like that. And it's really the messenger that might be missing within our gut. And that's why then this product can be so phenomenal and help so much. So on the right-hand side, it says that this messenger tells the liver to decrease the amount of glucose that's going into the bloodstream. So our liver is constantly putting glucose in the blood so that even if we fast, even if we didn't have something to eat, we can still function throughout the day because the liver is the thing that continues to put the energy in there unless it's told not to. And so what's supposed to happen is if you eat some calories, this GLP hormone is supposed to send a message over to the liver to say, decrease the amount of calories in the proportion of the amount that you just ate. So many times what can happen is if you eat 1,000 calories and the liver never gets that message that you ate 1,000 calories, it continues to put that into the bloodstream. But if it gets the message, it's going to decrease that to say we have enough energy from the food that we just ate. And otherwise, if you can envision if that doesn't happen, what can possibly be happening is that you eat 1,000 calories, the liver's never told not to decrease the caloric going into the bloodstream through glucose into there. And now all of a sudden you've eaten 1,000 calories or there's 1,000 calories going into your bloodstream. And that's what I hear from so many people. It's like, I didn't eat that much. I don't eat that much. I hardly eat it all. But that can be why then the caloric load going into the bloodstream is so high. It also, GLP-1 also helps us slow down the gut because we don't want to overeat, and that's our body's responsibility not to overeat. But if that is never activated, we never feel that we're full. And so then we can easily overeat. And then it also sends a message over to the pancreas to say, this is how many carbohydrates came in, release this much insulin to keep the blood sugar levels balanced in the body. Okay. So here's the system. And this is what they showed in that little video, is that in a 12-week clinical trial, they saw that it increased our GLP-1 production by 140%. That's like phenomenal. That's that normal gut hormone that's supposed to be happening that is shut down because of the foods that we have in our environment, the foods that we can get at the grocery store. That's kind of what's shutting it down. And on average, they lost 9 pounds in 8 weeks and up to 25 pounds in 12 weeks, okay? This is the most remarkable thing, is that 100% of the people who lost weight did not lose any muscle mass. Now, when you look at I've tried many other tried diet kinds of things, protein bars, and I mean, I could just go on with everything I've tried, okay? And it's hard and it's grueling, and my brain always had to convince my stomach not to eat. Where this is my stomach, it's on my brain, you're good and you've had enough. But when we're not losing muscle tissue, that is remarkable. The other thing is visceral fat. By decreasing that visceral fat, and that's fat that's stored around the internal organs and glands of the body, the thing that causes it is unbalanced blood sugars. The thing that can support, so you can take the MB core, because that's really what it is doing, is helping to balance out those blood sugar levels. But unbalanced blood sugar levels is at the core, or the reason that we store visceral fat around. And then we also have our fat burn, which can help with the present visceral fat that we do have. Okay. But again, these results that we have on here is remarkable, and how this is